Hello everyone and welcome back to Rustic Trends. This is video 5 of my 12-foot monster. The 12-foot bar that I am making for a customer that specially ordered it. As you can see, you guys know this one already, but I showed you guys how to make the doors. I put on 5 out of the 6 last night. So now I'm going to show you how to put on the last one, quick and easy. Shouldn't take that long at all. And it should go along pretty smooth, but I'm going to show you the special little template that I've made that I keep with me, that I have made out of scrap wood and I keep around. This little guy right here, that I put that underneath the door right here, so I have somewhere when I put the door, it gives me that little bit of space that helps open and shut the door, so it's not dragging on the bottom. Number 2, I have this guy. It's a leftover piece of wood. This I have made and used it for the perfect height for when I do the hinges. So gives me the perfect height there. Gives me really good height right there. So it spaces them in between them really, really good. This little guy, it's a leftover piece of wood. I use this for the handle. Okay, let's see. No, it's upside down because I can't tell. Okay, this is for my handle. That will go at the top of the door. A couple of things you will need also. When you're putting on the door, you know, the handles and the hinges, you want to make sure they're nice and straight. So this little guy, yes, it's purple, but it works fantastic and it belonged to my wife and she did not know I have it anymore. So I hide it on her because it's small enough where it gives me a really good accurate leveling of when I do my hinges and my handle. It's good. Some guys just kind of wing it and throw them on there. I don't do that because if you put the handles and the hinges on wrong, it doesn't look good for one. Number 2, it kind of makes the door bind up when you're opening and closing it. So it doesn't work out well for me. Have yourself a little screwdriver because sometimes the doors like to, you know, go from side to side a little bit. When you're putting in the screws, the doors will move. If you put yourself a little bit of a spacer where you think the door needs to, you know, move a little bit, then that's good. So now I'm going to set this down with my cheap little tripod I bought out of a very cheap store. I'm not going to give any names, but I don't think I'll be buying another one. So hopefully I will be able to get a better one. And I don't drop you guys on the floor. Alright, let's get this party started. Let me rearrange this just a smidge. Bring you a little closer. Okay, I got my spacer right here. And my door, which I have sanded already. And it seems to be working good there for fit wise, but I am going to put the screwdriver in there so that way it gives me a little bit of space and I know the door has room to open and close. So now I got my hinges, already got everything out. Yeah, have yourself a little power drill, you know, screwdriver, cordless one. This one has worked fantastic. This is a Craftsman one. It is the 19.2 volt. Like I said, I used the bigger battery pack. It seems to last a whole lot longer when you're doing a lot of screws. The smaller one, it is sufficient, but this one has twice the amount of power, which is twice the amount of time. Moving on. The hinges. These little guys, okay, top part of it here you can see is flat. On the other side is where they put the pin in from the manufacturer. That part you do not want to put on your template because it won't be accurate. So you just put your little template down. Let me move the camera here just a tad. Alright. Put your hinge on, make sure it's flat. Put the flat side down. Grab your screws. Get one going here. screwdriver fell out. What else is new? But that's nothing I can handle. Okay. Where'd it go? Here it is. I'll put it back in there. Hopefully she won't fall out again. Alright. Don't manhandle these screws. Do one side, put one screw in, and then take your level, wherever the heck I put it, and then check the side of it. Put it right up against it. You know, if you can get a little level out of, like, the dollar store sells them pretty cheap. You know, if you can get the bubble one, these are a lot nicer. I know some of them, they have, looks like a little gauge that bobs back and forth. Those are okay too in a pinch. But when you get it on there, put one screw on, then level it to make sure you're level. Once you get it level, put your other screws in there. And don't worry, if your door goes in just a little bit, the screw will pull it closer. Don't worry about that. Not going to go anywhere on you. Get my other screws in there. Get my other ones. Yeah, take your time putting these in. Don't manhandle them and ram them in there, because you'll wind up doing more damage than good. Make sure they're pretty tight in there. Now, for some reason, if you need to move this hinge and the hole is close to where, you know, you need it to be and that other screw hole is there, the easiest way to fill it so the screw doesn't keep falling back into it, just buy a little thing of wooden toothpicks. You know, they're cheap out of the store. You can get them out of the dollar store, slide it in the hole, snap them off. You're sticking them in there and it fills the hole. You know, it's kind of an old trick. I mean, you can use it for a lot of things, you know, besides something like this. If you mess up a hole, or your holes get stripped out in your kitchen cabinets, you can, you know, fill the hole and put your screw back in there, and, you know, it takes up the space. You can do it on a, you know, a closet door, you know, bedroom door. I've done it before. So it works out really good. Alright, I got that in there. Take my little template out. Put the top one in. Remember, the flat spot where it needs to be. Okay. Line it up where I need it. Get a screw started here. They're pretty snug. Like I said, do not manhandle it, because you will need to put your level on there to level it out, but I have already done this once already, so I can make a video, because the first one I did, unfortunately, I dropped you guys and it started taking pictures and doing God knows what. So it kind of ruined my video, but hopefully it won't deter you guys from watching the rest of them. Okay, not making that completely snug. And be careful when you put the screws in, because if you manhandle them, you're going to strip them out. You know, you're going to mess up the heads, and it's not going to look really good. You know, you don't want the paint coming off or anything like that, because then it just looks horrible. And, you know, presentation is everything. I'll get my screws in here, get this done, so I don't bore you guys, or, you know, give you a couple seconds to run to the bathroom and come back. Or you can just hold it so you don't miss anything. Okay. Get the rest of them in here. Like I said, you take your time. Like it just did, it pulled the door closer to me. And just not going crazy on them. I know you guys who do this professionally are probably laughing right now, going, this guy doesn't really know much. Nope. Learning as they go along here, boys and girls. But if you got better ideas, please put them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to learn from guys who do this professionally. This is how I learn as I go along. All right, now I have my little handle brace and put it up here like so. Put my handle. I usually space it about a ½ inch from the edge, so this way it looks nice. Get one screw in there. Get started. Get it in there. Okay. This is when I take my little level and I put it on here to make sure it's going to be nice and straight, because people will look at it and go, that's not straight. Why is that like that? Well, I'm taking the time to do this correctly. Get my other one in here. Alright. Get the other one in here tightened up. Okay, don't want to screw up the heads, so I'm not going to manhandle it. Get the other screw in there. And the last one. Last one. Okay, open it up, slide your little spacer out, and it works good. So now, the only thing I need to do, this little guy, a magnet that holds it closed. I'm not a fan of doing these because they're a little bit of a pain in the butt. So what I do, let me get my little tools here. And I'm going to move you guys into a better spot. So give me 1 second here. I need to move my heaters around so I don't barbecue myself, because that would hurt. Now I'm going to move the camera over here. Yes, you're looking at my messy garage, but it works for what I need it for. Now, let me see if I can bring this in a little closer so everybody can see what I'm doing. Let me get some of my tools and that out of the way and try and get this as close as possible to show you guys what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay. This little guy, my little magnet that holds the door closed. These aren't bad. They come out of Home Depot. I almost said Harbor Freight. I wish they sold these things cheaper, but they don't. Not much to it. It's a little plastic guy, and this is the little thing you put on the door to hold it closed. I'm gonna make myself a little more comfortable here and try and move it where you guys can see. Hopefully you'll be able to get the idea of what I'm trying to do, because it's not that easy. Okay, a little teeny tiny thing of screws, and do not lose these, because if you do, you will not find another one unless you have a whole bunch of them laying around that you can use. But what I've noticed is that 2 out of the 3 are different. Reason being, this one has a little rounded edge that holds the magnet into place. This little guy. And this one, where is it? Nope, that's not it. Hiding next to a little piece of wood. This one has, it's like a flathead Let me see if I can get... Okay, because I'm trying to work back here. Okay, little flathead. That hold on this little piece of metal. Come on. And the cool thing about these is it's got like these little... I don't know if you can see this. Let me see where... come on. Okay. It had these little like hooks. You know, they bent them over like tabs. And it bites into the wood so it doesn't get squirmy and move away on you. So one thing I like to do is... And very little adjustments on this guy. Little slots on it so you can slide it back and forth. I already know that this one's going to have to go really far back because of my doors sit flush right up against this little line, but I also have the wood from when I created the door. So what I like to do is make myself a little bit of a hole first. You know, just a little... These little things came out of Harbor Freight too. These little like picks. These are good for making a good little hole to get started, which work out fantastic for that. Get it started. Get it in there. Little teeny tiny screwdriver. Let's just hope it doesn't go flying on me. There we go. Not too bad. But I got a feeling this one's going to have to go back a little farther. So I'm going to put a hole down here, even though I will not be able to see it because it is dark in here. So I'm going to have to wing it. Nope, wrong screw. Where is my other one? Here it is. Nope, that's the one I needed. So hopefully I can... There you go, first try. Not too bad. Okay, now I have to move my table out of the way here and see how much of an adjustment I have to make. So I got a feeling it's going to be a lot. No, actually, I did pretty good. It actually sits pretty flush. So, easiest way for me, what I do, I know it sounds stupid, but this really seems to work for me. Because I'm Polish, and this is how I roll. I just take it where I need to be. I come forward, I slide it over, get my finger out of that little hole, grab the camera and bring me around again. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this, because my tripod is not that good. So now, I'm going to go to close my door. I got a really good idea of where it needs to be. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so I know being right here, if you can see this, that little metal tab, that's kind of how I know. So what I do is I just kind of take it and slide it up against the door here, bring it forward, it seems to work out pretty good for holding itself in place because it's got those little corners that kind of act like teeth. So just push on it a little bit, it bites into it, and that's good. Make yourself a little starter hole so the screw doesn't go flying. like a door already. It's speaking. Someone's out there going, you didn't do it right. Oh, I just dropped the screw. Okay. Line this up with the screw and screwdriver. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit more. Okay. I don't use, the cordless screwdriver for these little guys because it just puts them in too fast, and the screws are pretty tiny, and you don't want to ream them out because they're a soft metal and you will mess them up really, really quick. So now, let's see. Look at that. It shuts, opens, and you can hear it. That little click right there. So that right there is how you put a door on. If you do enough of them, it becomes a whole lot easier, and you can move along pretty quick. So this is Patrick from Rustic Trends. This is my 5th video. What I will be doing next, I will be doing a little bit of sanding on it, making a few little adjustments here and there, but this big guy is going into color tonight, and I have to get the clear onto the top because it is leaving tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, and it is cold out. But I got my temperature here going. It's a whole whopping 72 degrees. Yes, I know that my thermometer is faded, but I bought it cheap, kept it outside for one summer, and the sun bleached the crap out of it. So now I use it in the garage, and works for me. So thank you guys for watching. Watch my next video. I'll show you how, my coloring and the stain of how it comes out and the delivery. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you all. Good night.